So, in last lecture, we discussed the chapter flow of fluids. Now, in that chapter, we discussed about the types of flow, that is fluid statics, fluid dynamics, fluid statics. In that fluid statics, we discussed about this example, and finally we reached to this point that pressure difference is directly proportional to height difference. Now, here we are going to discuss about manometers. So what are the manometers? The manometers are the devices used for measuring the pressure difference. In morning session, what we discussed, if there are 2 points in a stationary phase, suppose, or in a flow, then we can measure the pressure of these two different points, and therefore these manometers are mostly used. So what are the different types of manometers? Simple manometer, differential manometer, and inclined manometer. According to the situation of the flow, we are using the specific type of manometer. Now, a manometer works on the principle of hydrostatic equilibrium and is used for measuring the pressure, static pressure, exerted by a still liquid or gas. So here these manometers we are using mostly for static pressure, and hydrostatic equilibrium states that the pressure at any point in a fluid at rest is equal and its value is just the height of the overlying fluid, just the weight of the overlying fluid. So this is very important statement, that hydrostatic equilibrium states that the pressure at any point in a fluid at rest is equal and its value is just the weight of the overlying fluid. So the common applications of this manometer are flow to measure flow, filter pressure drop, then meter calibrations, leak testing, and tank liquid level. So we can use these various manometer for these purposes. Now, simple manometer. Simple manometer, the construction of this manometer is very simple, and this is most commonly used one. It consists of a glass U-shaped tube. So you can observe this tube. This is a simple glass U tube which we use to measure the pressure differences. So it consists of a glass U-shaped tube filled with a liquid A of density rho A kg per meter cube, and above A the arms are filled with liquid B of density rho B. So what this U-shaped tube contains? It's filled with liquid A of density rho A, and and the arms are filled with liquid B. So here you can understand that there are two different liquids of different densities are used. The liquid A and B are immiscible, and the interference can be seen clearly. Interference means we can see the levels, different levels very easily. The liquid A and B are immiscible. This point is very important to highlight on. If two different pressures are applied on the two arms, the meniscus of the one liquid will be higher than the other. This is obvious because because the two liquids are immiscible with each other when we apply different pressure on that liquids. So we can observe the meniscus changes. Let pressure at point 1 will be P1 pascals and point 0.5 will be P2 pascal. So consider a tank in which we are considering the various points, and consider suppose at point 1 P1 pascal pressure and at point 0.5 P2 pascals pressure is there. The pressure at point 2 can be written as, so if we want to find out the pressure at point 2, so how we can write? So by this expression we can find out the pressure at point 2. So the equation is P1 plus m plus r rho b g. M plus r means what? Distance from 3 to 5. We are trying to find out here the pressure at point 2. Therefore, the simple equation is P1 pressure at point 1 plus m plus r. M plus r, this combined term is distance from 3 to 5 means 0.3 to 0.5. Rho b means density and g for acceleration. So this is the simple construction of the manometer, simple manometer. So you can observe here there is liquid A and liquid B. Liquid A is at the middle side of the tube and liquid B you can find at the arms of tube, which we have already discussed. So while observing this U tube, please observe 1, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 and 0.5. P1 pressure is applied at 0.1, P2 pressure is applied to 0.5. M and R 3 to 4 is height R and 4 to 5 it's M. So the equation P1 plus M plus R rho B G. So the mathematical expression for this, since the point 2 and 3 are at same height, the pressure at 3 can be written as, so how we can write pressure at 3? P1 plus M plus R rho B G. Pressure at 4 can be written as, pressure at point 4 can be written as P2 plus GM rho B or P1 plus rho B M plus RG minus rho A RG. Now these two equations are equal. Pressure existing are we are trying to find out the pressure difference. So how we can find out? P2 plus GM rho B is equal to P1 plus rho B M plus RG minus rho A RG. So the pressure difference P1 minus P2, pressure at point 1 minus pressure at point 2 is equal to Gm rho B minus rho B in bracket M plus Rg plus rho A Rg. So the pressure difference delta P is equal to Gm rho B minus Gm rho B minus R rho Bg plus R rho A is equal to, we'll get the final equation delta P is equal to R in bracket rho A minus rho B into G. So by this simple equation, we can find out the pressure difference by using the simple manometer. So the final equation the final equation is delta P, change in pressure, is equal to R rho A minus rho B G, means the density difference into acceleration into gravitation acceleration due to gravity. So this is the simple equation by which we can find out the pressure difference with the help of simple manometer. Now the next type is differential manometer. Differential manometer. These manometers are suitable for measurement of small pressure differences. Means if we want to find out the small pressure differences, so this differential manometer is useful. It is also known as two fluid U-tube manometers. Why it's called as two fluid U-tube manometer? So you can find so you can observe through this diagram. So there are two tubes we can see here. So it contains two immiscible liquid A and B having nearly same densities. Nearly same. The difference is very less. The U-tube contains of enlarged chamber on both limbs, and therefore it's called as two U-tube. So these are two chambers at the end of the two arms. Using the principle of simple manometer, the pressure differences can be written as, so we can find out the pressure differences. The working is simple. So delta P is equal to P1, pressure at the point 1 minus pressure at the point 2. How we can find out? Is equal to R constant, rho C minus rho A into G. By this method, by these different manometers, we can find out the pressure difference by putting the value in this equation. Different manometers are also used to compare the pressure of two different containers. They reveal both which container has greater pressure and how large the difference between the two is. So differential manometers we can use to compare the pressure of two different containers. Suppose we have taken two different containers, and if we want to find out the difference between these two, so these differential manometers are useful. So this is a diagram by which we can get idea about the differential manometer. So liquid A is there, liquid B is there, and liquid C is there. So there are three liquids, and with the help you can see here height A, height B, and height R. So these are the different heights, and the differences by pressure. The different pressures will exert on this tube, and because of that these liquids get differ from their original position, and the changed positions by the changed height we can measure the pressure difference. So this is very simple instrument. Now next is inclined tube manometer. Inclined tube manometer is simple one. So inclined, the word inclined is for what? Through this diagram you may understand this. The manometer that is inclined to particular angle, and therefore it's called as inclined. So many applications require accurate measurement of low pressure such as drafts and very low differentials, primary in air and gas installation. So again, when we have to measure the pressure difference at very low level.